sit elsewhere.
Dylan, are you good there? You good there?
Okay. Wow. So, welcome to everybody joining me on my 75th birthday party. I want to thank so many friends from various stripes and areas of our life and family who are here, including people who traveled a long way. My sister, Margie's sister Janice, her husband Mel, who came here from LA. And Jeff and Laura and Faye and Isaac, who were supposed to arrive, take a flight from France to get here Sunday just before the storm was supposed to come, but Air France said, your flight's canceled anyway. So they managed to do a crazy thing and they got here Tuesday at 7 o'clock. But those kids are real troopers, and also Josh and Rachel and Alana and Dylan, who schlepped all the way here from Natick. So I'm going to sing, and Margie's going to accompany for about half an hour. Then we're going to break we've got a lot of refreshments back there, and then another singing, more music for another half an hour, and then we'll have cake. All of the songs we're going to sing are original songs, music and lyrics by me.
Wow. And I always get credit for it because I'm the piano player. So everybody always thinks that I'm the clever one, but he does it all.
There's one exception that I'll explain about when we get there. I am not a great singer. You know, I'm okay, but so I'm a pretty good, schmoozer. So hopefully it'll all work out. Bear with me. The other thing to bear with me is I can get very emotional. I don't cry at what was it, Lifetime? What's the name of it? Hallmark movies. I cry at Hallmark movie trailers. So I'm going to try to keep it together. I've practiced enough. I think that, but if I do lose it at some point, just bear with me. Okay. I want to thank Cliff Hayden, who is setting up the video for this. Anybody who, anytime you want to take pictures or whatever, feel free to do so. Obviously, just don't fall all over anybody else in the process of doing it. I want to thank the CAT, the Center at the Heights here, especially Aisha Kelly and all the staff who helped us set up today, and even just allowing us to be here. The other thing is, though, even though I wrote all these songs, that's good because hopefully the next train won't come in till we're not singing anymore. I don't necessarily remember all of my lyrics, so I'm going to be looking at my notes here. Okay, so we're going to start out with a little bit of audience participation. I'm going to wait for that train to go through. Okay. So I want everybody to repeat after me. Yop.
Yop.
Yop bop.
Yop bop.
Yop bop bibio.
Yop bop bibio.
Yop bop bibio bibio.
Yop bop bibio bibio.
Yop bop bibio bibio bop.
Yop bop bibio bibio bop.
Yop bop bibio bibio bop.
Yop yop bibio bibio bop.
Yop bop bibio bibio bop.
Yop bop bibio bibio bop.
Okay, when I point to you, you'll know what to do. I will sing a happy song now. Yop bop bibio bibio bop. Everyone should sing along now. Yop bop bibio bibio bop. Life is is short, so let's have fun, yeah. Yup-bop, bibbio, bibbio-bop. At least until the song is done, yeah. Yup-bop, bibbio, bibbio-bop. Yup-bop, bibbio means it's a bright, sunshiny day. Yup-bop, bibbio, it means good times and love are on the way. Fill your life with smiles and laughter. Yup-bop, bibbio, bibbio-bop. Joy and friendship ever after.
Yup-bop, bibbio, bibbio-bop.
Lift your voice in celebration.
Yup-bop, bibbio, bibbio-bop.
Grooving to the new sensation.
Yup-bop, bibbio, bibbio-bop.
Yup-bop, bibbio, it's time for dancing in the street. Yup-bop, bibbio, so clap your hands and stomp your happy feet. Cast off all your cares and sorrow. Yup-bop, bibbio, bibbio-bop. Only fun until tomorrow. Yup-bop, bibbio, bibbio-bop. Yup-bop, bibbio, so come along and join with me. Yup-bop, bibbio, 'cause it's the happiest way to ever be. Sleep tonight in fields of clover. Yup-bop, bibbio, bibbio-bop. Now at last our song is over. Yup-bop, bibbio, bibbio, bibbio. Yup-bop, bibbio, bibbio-bop. So I also have to thank my accompanist in everything, the incredible organizer of all of this. She's been much more excited about this day than I am. A little bit of an intro. Some people know this, so excuse me if I go over it again. Margie and I met at an après-ski place in Sugar Bush, Vermont. And I saw her sitting there and I asked her to dance. And she said no. So later on she saw me like holding up the wall. And she came and asked me to dance. And then we sat down and we talked and I decided to ask her on a date. So on our first date, we went to brunch in Cambridge. And I said at the end of the date, I only live a short walk from here. You want to come up to my apartment and see my piano? She said, oh, you've got a piano in your apartment? So we went back and we piddled around on the piano for a while. And we actually wrote 2 songs that day. And one of the songs, we said at the end, so what are we going to call this song? And I said, let's call it Chez Henri, which is the name of the après-ski place. And it's still there if you go to Sugar Bush. So 9 months later, we got married and we walked down the aisle to the organist playing this song. And actually it was also played at the processional for Josh and Rachel's wedding and for Jeff and Laura's wedding. And we hope that this will be a long family tradition. This song had no words for like 45 years. And then finally, a couple of years ago, I wrote some lyrics to it. So here is Chez Henri. Here at Chez Henri, if you'll dance with me, when the song is over, what will happen then? Come and take my hand, now we'll understand. Every day, forever, we'll be dancing once again. We'll build a love bright as the sun, love soft as blessings of trust, passion and laughter, ever after. Keep me in your heart, say we'll never part, ever will remember that this dance was just the start. Yes, we'll have a love bright as the sun, love soft as the dew, blessings of trust, passion and laughter, ever after. And when we are gone, love will still go on, our legacy forever, if you dance with me at Chez Henri.
Can people in the back row hear him? Yeah. I'm just wondering if I should shut the top of the piano. Is the piano too loud in the back row?
The balance is good?
Balance is okay?
Okay.
Great mix.
Thank you, Rob.
From somebody who's a specialist in that kind of
Good,
thing.
good.
Okay. I think everybody knows, Margie spent 38 years as an elementary school music teacher. And at the end of each year, she would put in a show with musical show with the oldest kids in the school. And she would come home and complain, there are no good shows to put on. The kids want to put on like a Broadway musical. And the problem is all of those shows have just a few big parts. And how do you give parts to all of the kids? So I said, okay, I'll write a show for you. So I did a show of The Emperor's New Clothes with 9 original songs. And with, there are ministers and there are citizens, and basically enough individual lines so that all 62 kids in the grade could at least have one spoken line. So one point of the song, if you know the story of The Emperor's New Clothes, they're invisible, but only a wise man can see them and a fool cannot. So the emperor sends out his ministers to take a look at the clothes. And of course, they're afraid to think that they're fools. So they come back and they tell the emperor, we saw them. Except for one of them who had to tell the truth. So the 3 of them sing a song about it's what it's like, because they didn't really lie. It was just a little white lie. When there's things you can't admit, fib a bit, try a little white lie. When you have to break bad news, you can't lose if you choose the right lie. Why should you stick to the facts when you can change them, rearrange them? Just settle back and relax, 'cause if you do it with class, you'll always cover your tracks. Honest Abraham Lincoln must have spun at least one small white lie. Even old George Washington, just in fun, must have done a slight lie. What may not be straight and true, well, you can bend it and pretend it means something different to you. 'Cause if it won't hurt a lamb, then you don't give a hoot. But I'll warn you, must take care and beware when you dare tell a lie. It soon grows bigger, as you know, faster chestnut slow, and we'll grow to the sky. It's very hard to contain a lie can beat you and defeat you. It may well put you in pain, so if a lie you should tell, you could go right down the drain. It's just a little white lie. Mark, can you do me a favor? Can you grab a seltzer for me back there? I'm getting a little dry. Thank you. Okay. So that was first put on while Margie was actually pregnant with Josh. And then Josh came along in September of 1981. And like all babies, he was often fussy. And thanks a lot, Elise. And so in order to calm him down at night, we would sing to him. And I wrote a lullaby, and we used it to calm down Josh and later Jeff and Adam to get them to sleep. And then we wrote a new version so that Jeff could sing to Faye. Anyway, this is Little Boy of Mine. Little boy of mine, don't you cry, don't whine, lay your head in my arms, everything will be fine. Little boy, don't weep, close your eyes and sleep, dream of mommy and daddy, whose love is so deep. Yes, we love you true, and we promise you all our lives, all our love, you'll enjoy. My little boy, my little baby boy. Yes, we love you too, and we promise you all our lives, all our love you'll enjoy. My little boy, my little baby boy. So,
Cry on that one.
so the kids grew up as kids do, and Margie, in addition to being a music teacher, became a music counselor at camps. One of them was at the Nobles Day Camp. Now, anybody who knows about Nobles School in Needham knows that the school mascot is the owl. And the youngest group of kids at the camp were called the Owl's Nest. And I asked Margie one day, do they have a group song? And she said, no. I said, okay, I'll write one. So she taught this to the kids then, and more than 30 years later, we found out when we visited the camp, they're still singing it. Here it is. Oh, who are we? We are the owls from the Nobles Camp Owl's Nest. Of all the kids in all the camps, we are the very best.
Number one.
In everything that we do. fly high above the rest. Let's hoot, let's howl, 'cause we're the owls from the owl's nest. Here's another quickie of a song. Later, Margie also taught at the Wellesley Montessori School, and she said, came back one day and said,
Somebody's got to make a living.
that's right. So I need a song about an animal to teach the kids. So here's what I wrote for an animal song. Hop, hop, ribbit, ribbit, I'm a frog. All day long I ribbit and hop. Swim, hop, ribbit from lily pad to log. Swim, hop, ribbit, never stop. I was a tadpole when I was young, but now just look at me, catching yummy flies with my long sticky tongue. I'm happy as can be. Ribbit hop, ribbit hop, ribbit, ribbit hop, hop. I'm a frog. So over the years, I've written a whole bunch of kids' songs for the Jewish holidays. I've literally got one for all of them. The idea was they should be fun and singable and also somewhat educational about the holiday. I like some silly rhymes. One of the songs for Sukkot is, I love and you love to shake the lulav. And I wanted a song to introduce the whole cycle of the holidays. So I wrote one. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Yiddish word for holiday is Yontif. So this song is the Funtif Yontif. We're gonna have a Funtif Yontif, have a happy holiday. We're gonna have a Chag Sameach in a joyous Jewish way. We'll have a Yontif meal with special foods to eat. We're gonna gather round and sing those Yontif songs with friends and family. We're gonna raise our cups, l'chaim, drink to long life and good cheer, and then we'll pray Shehecheyanu, that we've reached this time of year. So here's a wish, my friend, to send us on our way. Have a Funtif Yontif, happy holiday. We'll blow shofar on Rosh Hashanah. Yes, that's how the year begins. And then we come to Yom Kippur, when we atone for all our sins. And then on Sukkot we'll be shaking the lulav. And we will all be dancing on the bema when it's Simchat Torah. On Hanukkah we'll light the menorah and tell the tales of Maccabees and plant some trees on Tu B'Shvat, 'cause that's the new year for the trees. We'll read some special prayers with special games to play on this Funtif Yontif happy holiday. On Purim we will read the Megillah. When you hear Haman's name, shout boo. On Passover we'll have our Seder, and there are 15 parts to do. We'll count the Omer then each night for 7 weeks, and finish up with Shavuot when we receive the 10 Commandments. So let's all raise our cups, l'chaim, drink to long life and good cheer, and let us pray Shehecheyanu, that we've reached this time of year. Before our song is done, there's one more thing to say. Have a Funtif Yontif happy holiday. happy holiday. So this next song is the first song I wrote, which later became the first holiday song became Fantafiante 40 years ago, back in 1986. Our family has sung it every year for Hanukkah. So I'm going to ask our grandkids. I'm going to have Faye and Isaac and Alana and Dylan to come up here to join me. And Margie's going to join me too. She's not going to be at the piano. Instead, I want to introduce you to our dear friend Carlo Capuzzo, who's going to accompany us on the accordion. Now, Carlo and Margie lead a sing-along here in in this room on Tuesdays for a group of seniors called the Vintage Voices. These singers in this group range in age from 70 to actually one woman who is maybe the loudest singer, who just a couple weeks ago turned 100 years old. So here is the Menorah Hora. First you jump out, then you jump in. You make like a dreidel and spin, spin, spin. Stand like a shoulder so tall and thin. Do a menorah, hora. La 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 la. Do a menorah, hora. Put the first candle out on the right. Add one more candle for every night. Shine, oh you candles, oh shine so bright. Do a menorah, hora. La 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 la. Do a menorah, hora. Up with the hammer of Maccabees. Down with Antiochus to his knees. Pass me some latkes now, will you please? Doing the menorah, hora.
Everybody.
La 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 la. Doing the menorah, hora. Sing out the blessings now, loud and sure. Add on a chorus of Ma'osor. You'll feel so good, you'll be glad that you're doing the menorah, hora. La 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 la. Doing the menorah, hora. La 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 la. Doing the menorah, hora. That is the end of the first part. We have lots of refreshments, drinks, and good food to eat back there. So enjoy yourselves. In 15 to 20 minutes, we will ask you to sit down again. If you're still eating, you can just bring the food back to your seat.
Sure, sure. And we love this group of people here.
Yes.
They're friends from the Needham community, from the senior center, from our synagogue, from our Great Hall Concert Foundation Board, with the Great Hall Performance Foundation board members, neighbors. This is such a wonderful group of extraordinary people. You have name tags and it tells how you know the birthday boy. So everybody schmooze and talk with each other, because this is an
And
extraordinary.
if there's somebody you don't know, introduce yourselves.
Yeah, great group of people. Let's go eat.